honey, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to the Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Huskers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's loose. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
After the laundry marked the field, 1st and 5 for this offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires toward the target. It's caught. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. Relying on that running game as they threaten to pick up a 4 down to the 13. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. On the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Looking for a crease. It's McAfee. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo. They'll give it to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Fires into traffic, picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can flip the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they
throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Rebels!
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Looking for room. It's McAfee. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Feeling some heat. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. The Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, they're taking to the air, looking to buy time. On the move, he fires. Makes the catch past the sticks. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. throws up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Gets it out fast. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Husker! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. Delivers the contact. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points there, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field. I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Tough linebackers getting after quarterbacks. The Huskers have a rich tradition of that.
Yeah, and you think about the black shirts, and you hear that if you're a Nebraska fan, you know exactly what that means. Guys that are different, guys that see it, that hunt it, that go get the football like this guy just did.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Ball lofted up for grabs and is picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Offense working from the pistol. Going to the running game. At the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. You see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Snap it to the back. Inside the 30. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
On second down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Turns it on in midfield. All kinds of running room. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. New Mexico is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 21 to Syracuse. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
He's up to 55 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. He's looking to throw it. Complete to the right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Rebels racing to the line in a hurry up. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And now on second down for this offense. Direct snap. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
On the move. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And the ball is picked off. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Nebraska! What a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll come out throwing on first down. Oh, picked off. Takes it the other way. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got it.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they're in the second half defending a deep ball.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Cornhuskers want to crank the tempo. They give it to him again. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to run for it. Discards a man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
He leaves it with the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down in these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Now he's looking to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got room at the 35. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. They'll go with a direct snap. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, they'll take to the air. Oh, he makes the catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being hard. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The give to the single back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Grabbed behind the line. It's McAfee. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He finds his man. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of him.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Husker!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll go to the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. He now has 110 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They go to the ground. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McAfee. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play. 2nd and long from the 11. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Across the 25, he's got room.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Quick pass on the jet motion. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time. 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Not much feels better to an offense than to get some breathing room with an explosive play like that. Now 1st and 10 from the 39. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The big pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. It's caught downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's done it. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David. He wants to take the top off. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of a story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Stumbled to the ground. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off 1 more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Touchdown, Rebels! And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. NC State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Raleigh. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Gets it out quickly. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
So much for the tough field position. 1 play, and you're already to the 35. These corners going to give them some space. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They're trying to get to him. He'll pull it down. Oh, the pirouette gets him loose. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous. And it's on the ground. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. If
If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
The sure hands, it's Peters. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. He wants to throw. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Going up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he breaks into the open. They're able to make the stop with this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.